wado amogena nyoro wekurume aka ototakpe yogo shongbuju oprobujo yoshongme joju one of Africa oteyogaiwa a social dari akpo iti yoda benyakuma. Please, I want to talk about the community management, the community government. And before I will talk about the community government, before there is ever a community government, there is a family government. And before there is ever a family government, there is a self-governing system. And what is the self-governing system? Is the management of being a man. And that was the reason why our father, when you give birth to a man, everybody is happy because they know a king is born, a leader is born. Not that a woman is not a child. The woman, they are a child. But this child will be led by this man. So definitely this leader is the more important child than this one. Not that this one is not important, but this one is more important. You know the story of the animal kingdom. All animals are equal, but some are more equal. They are more important. They are more equal. They are more important than the rest. Not that you are not important. In the ecosystem, you are important. But one is more important because of the charisma they carry. Now, let me go back to the community management. I'm going back to this community management. Let us go back, far back to the 17th century. Let's go far back to the 17th century to the 16th century. Before there were ever the colonial government. Before the British came to destroy the governance system that our forefathers established. Let's go back. Far back in the 17th and the 16th century, our father, they don't sell land. Notice that. I'm telling you the origin of community self-governing system. A community that does not have a sovereignty cannot survive. Do you know the reason why poverty is increasing? I have studied the system of a community that people are no longer living as a community. They are living as an individual. So they no longer know the importance, their input to the community. Everybody is focusing on the fiat. What is fiat? Money. Everybody want to buy, and forgetting that without productions, there is no product for you to buy. Now, this will take us to supply, demand. High supply, low supply. High demand, low demand. This will take us there. But I'm not going there now. I'm going back to the history. What happened in history? Our father don't sell land. The question is, why our fathers, they don't sell land? Because they knew they are not the owner of the land. Urhobo, our photo, or die water. Our water of Urhobo, our photo. And Okuyo Mare, Ojuwo Kenyanyarowo, or you photo nana. Now, what was far where you but although we're in motona, one variety. Are you getting that point? So they knew, because they were farmers, they knew they don't own land, that they were just privileged, to have a place for themselves where they can live and farm. So when a stranger comes to a community, do you know what our father does? First of all, they adopt that strangers to their family. They draft that stranger into their family. And the stranger will now have a family where he can have meeting. He cannot have a family that he can lay complaint to. He cannot have a family that can give aid to him. Now, all these things have nothing to do with payment. Then after that, he can want to work. They will give him land first to farm. Why land to farm? Because he have to eat. Second, to stay. They will give him land to build. And you know the worst part of the whole story? It is the whole community, the men in that vicinity, that will come together, Keromo, that will come together to build that house for that single man. Then what will happen? that single man will not explore his own craft, his own aspect that he is good at. If it is his farming, he will start his own farming system. Are you seeing how they build community? The reason why our father did not lack anything, the reason why our father did not lack anything, because every single one of our forefathers, they can produce what they eat. The only few things they could not produce, they exchange, and they call it trade by barter. Now, the British came to try to tell you that your system of government is low, because the system of government, it gave power to the individual, and they came with a centralized system of monetary system in order for them to steal. And you people could not listen and study your forefathers. You were just following these criminals, the thieves, call themselves the colonial masters. So painful thing. Now, why am I telling this thing to our people? It is the high time that we are going to look down to our individual community that we are living right now. A community that cannot produce its own food, that community cannot be successful. Why the price of garri is going up? Why? I'll bring another video on that. Thank you. So follow me on my episode. I'll be dropping this podcast as time goes on. I'll tell you what. Urhobo fail, no Urhobo is what learning. What that your whole Urhobo? If you are Urhobo, if you are listening to me, wherever you are, worldwide, what that your whole Urhobo? Urhobo came away. Because we are first an Urhobo. An Englishman will never stick so low. An Englishman will never stick so low to speak another person's language, another people's language in his own matrimonial home. Have pride, have positive pride. A Russian man will never stick so low to speak English in his home. But come to Africa, you either speak French or English. They have taken your brain away from you. Have self-dignity. Why should Urhobo? Urhobo fail no mama. Urhobo is what learning. I remain your humble presenter. Ekuru organize Urhobo. Oshang muju. Ofurabu joy yoshong me. Asosho dayabo. Iti yoda binyakuma. Ocho yowa. I will drop another next video next time. Thank you. God bless you.